I failed when I first started manifesting using Neville Goddard's teachings. I faced problems trying to focus. Here's how I overcame them. In a nutshell, the problem was I tended to drift away when trying to visualize. It's natural to drift away from our desired state, but when it occurs, bring your focus back to your desired state. Aware that you have temporarily drifted away and just gently refocus your attention. Don't worry, drifting is natural, except you're going to drift a lot when you first start out. But if you become aware of it, instead of beating yourself up, you return to your desired state, then eventually dwelling in your desired state will become a natural habit. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to take a bit of time to get good at it. The way you conceptualize living in the end might be holding you back as well. Neville Goddard often spoke of living in the end, dwelling in the desired state. But we often misinterpret that to thinking about living in the end, not thinking from living in the end. Do you see the difference? Thinking from living in the end means experiencing life from the perspective that you are already there. But thinking about living in the end is thinking about the process of reaching your goals or describing yourself being in your ideal situation. When you do this, you also tend to want to explain to yourself how you reach the goal. Avoid these tendencies. Instead, mentally focus on what you see, what you do, and what you hear after your goal has been achieved. That's why Neville Goddard uses the term assume. You assume you have achieved it. Then experience what life is like from the completed goal. Here's another hang-up that I faced that held me back. Perfection. I strove to be like some superhuman Buddhist monk who could concentrate for hours. Here's what I learned. Don't worry about being perfect. Gently come back to your ideal state every time you drift from it. Don't beat yourself up about it. It just doesn't matter how many times you drift from your ideal state. But what does matter is how much time overall you spend in your desired state. If you drift away 5 times, and each time for 1 minute, and you bring yourself back, and each time you return, you're there for 2 or 3 minutes, overall, the amount of time you spend in your desired state is going to outweigh the amount of time you spent drifting away. And if you continually return to it, eventually it will manifest. Focusing was not the only challenge I faced when trying to feel the wish fulfilled. In this next video, I'll share with you some challenges and their solutions for overcoming them. Check it out.